In today's video, I'm going to be talking about derealization, what it is, and what you can do to manage it. Hi everyone! You may have heard of derealization before, which is often an experience that can be extremely frightening and scary for people. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what derealization is, what causes it, and how you can manage it. But before I get into that, just a couple of disclaimers to go over. I'm a registered psychologist in the province of British Columbia, Canada, and this video is for informational purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute or replacement for advice from your doctor or mental health professional. Now, with those things out of the way, let's start talking about derealization. Now, derealization is when a person experiences a sense that things around them don't seem real. Almost like they're in a dreamlike state. It can seem like everything's in a fog, almost like there's this see-through wall that's separating me from my surroundings and the world around me. Objects or people can appear distorted, like they're blurry, or they're too big, or they're too small, or they're sharp, or got really sharp edges. It can feel that things around you are two-dimensional or just generally unreal. You can have a heightened awareness and clarity of your surroundings, but even with that heightened awareness and clarity, everything feels a little bit off. It can feel like time is distorted, almost like recent events, things that happened not that long ago, feel like they were in the distant past. Now, these episodes of derealization, they can last for a few minutes, few hours, days, or even months at a time. There's a tremendous range in how long people can experience this sense of derealization. Now, the thing is, we don't really understand a lot about derealization, but what we do know is that it's a type of dissociation or disconnection from reality that's usually associated with extremely stressful or traumatic events. So some of the things that increase the risk of derealization include certain personality traits or conditions like borderline personality disorder. Severe trauma in childhood or adulthood can be a high risk factor for someone to experience derealization. So things like serious accident or assaults or violence. Severe stress can be a risk factor for derealization. So major stressors in relationships or finances or work. Also severe prolonged depression or panic attacks. These can also contribute to this experience of derealization. Now, the thing is, derealization can be a fairly common occurrence, with some studies suggesting that about 75% of the population will experience an episode of derealization at some point in their lives. So 3/4 of people will likely experience some level of derealization. And the experience of deja vu, that sense of deja vu, that can be thought of as a mild version of derealization. Now, as you can imagine, derealization can cause a lot of problems for a person. The episodes of derealization can feel extremely frightening, and people, while they're experiencing these episodes, can often worry that they're losing their mind or that they're going crazy. Some of the problems that derealization can cause, it can cause difficulties with focus, concentration, memory. It can interfere with work, social activities, engagement in household chores. It can cause problems in relationships. It can contribute to depression, anxiety. It can lead to a sense of hopelessness and helplessness. So lots of problems and lots of difficulties can result from this experience of derealization. So if you're experiencing derealization, what can you do about it? What can you do to stop this from happening? Well, the first step and the key step is to recognize that derealization is merely a symptom that feels scary, but isn't typically dangerous. It usually comes and goes on its own in response to stress or intense anxiety. So it's important to remind yourself that this is an episode of derealization. I know what it is. It's not dangerous. I know it will pass. So just by being able to put that label, just by being able to name that this is a derealization episode, can help you distance yourself from the derealization itself and to start to bring yourself back into reality and what's actually going on. Now, another way to cope with derealization is what's called grounding techniques. And grounding techniques are designed to help you reconnect with your reality and reconnect with your surroundings. So the reason why grounding is so important is because derealization can become a lot more intense the more you focus on it. And so the idea of grounding is to take your focus off the derealization and bring your attention back to what's actually going on around you. So some examples of grounding are things like looking around the room and naming and describing some of the things you can see. Slowing down your breathing, focusing on the feeling of the air flowing in and out as you breathe. Listening to music and paying attention to certain aspects of the music, like the beat of the drums or the bass line. Thinking about the date and time and what you're doing today, bringing yourself back into today and what's actually going on. Feeling the clothes that you're wearing, describing the physical sensations of the clothes against your skin, tapping your foot on the ground and listening to the sound of the tapping. Counting down backwards by 7, down from 100. Focusing on a single object in the room and describing the features of it and what you know about it. If you experience derealization a lot, I encourage people sometimes to carry around mints. And if they start to feel that sense of derealization coming on, to pop a mint in their mouth and to suck on it and to focus on the different aspects of what it feels like to have the mint in their mouth. So taste, texture, feeling of the mint as it gets smoother as you suck on it a bit longer. It again, really about just reconnecting yourself with what's going on. So all of these examples of grounding are designed to take your attention off of the derealization and to reorient yourself to the here and now, your surroundings, and your internal mental focus. So reconnecting yourself with what's going on around you and reconnecting yourself or feeling like you're reconnecting yourself with your mind. So this grounding is all about management of the symptom and helping a person cope with it. But in terms of the ultimate solution for dealing with derealization, well, the ultimate goal is to address the underlying anxiety and stress that's contributing to the derealization. So grounding doesn't eliminate the derealization. Grounding isn't the solution to solve the problem of derealization. It's a tool to help manage. The ultimate goal in terms of solving it is to learn how to address the underlying anxiety and stress that's causing the derealization. So if the derealization is occurring in the context of panic attacks and panic disorder, well, the idea is to learn how to better manage the panic attacks. And I've done lots of videos on understanding panic disorder and tools that a person can use to manage panic attacks. If the derealization is resulting from underlying PTSD, it's about addressing that underlying PTSD. And I've done a number of videos on that topic as well. If it's general stress, a lot of sort of stress or a really stressful time that a person is experiencing, it's about learning better ways of coping with that stress through lifestyle interventions. So making sure that you're getting physical exercise, that you're eating healthy, that you're sleeping well and working on your sleep hygiene, that you have a regular routine and schedule. These are all things that a person can be doing on an ongoing basis to better manage stress and anxiety, and in doing so can help reduce that underlying stress and anxiety that could be contributing to derealization. Remember, the key thing to remember with derealization is that although it seems scary, derealization isn't dangerous. You're not losing your mind, and in many ways, derealization is just your mind telling you that you need to slow down, ground yourself in where you are, and focus on what's actually going on and what you're doing. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a better sense of derealization, what it is, and some tips and tools that you can use to manage derealization if you experience it a fair bit. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas about this, so please leave me some comments in the comments section down below. If you've been enjoying my videos and would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll be alerted every week when I post a new video. So that's all for today's video. As always, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one.